Esports Championship Series. My name is Wes Rambo. I'm joined today by Jake Wake, Shake right beside me. I'm also joined by Zach, aka Rakuno, the shadow man who is not appearing on the camera right now, but he is here in spirit and in voice. Zach, I'll go to you first, man. We got Sup Buddy up against Six Playground. We're coming towards the very end of the season. How you feeling about this matchup, dude?
I am excited for this matchup. Excited to see what Six Playground brings to the table here versus Sub Buddy. Sub Buddy is a top 3 contending team right now. They have beat Mostly Harmless in one of their matches, so they're definitely up there for skill-wise. Six Playground, there's a super interesting team to where you don't know what to really expect. They could either pop off, and if they're not really on par with each other, they can kind of fall behind a little bit. But you got Amit definitely is a person to watch on their team. Is Striker as well. Striker with the entry fags as well. And I'm super excited to see all and how they play this map coming up. I'm not sure on the map pick yet. We'll get to that soon, but I think their best map at this point would be if I had to say, I would say Ascent. They're definitely really well. They do really well in the retake. So I want to see that from them if they can get that map pick and kind of play around that.
Well, but right before we go to our map veto, and we will be going there in just a sec, but Jake, I want to get your take because we had a little bit of a fun little 10-man on stream a little while ago where you kind of popped off a couple of times with some clutches against these players. Drazo and Nier, both from Sup Buddy, were in those games. How did it feel to play against a couple of the top players from our league?
Oh yeah, no, that was a ton of fun. Not only is Breeze a great map, but that was a good group of people we had going there. I think you could really feel the skill differential, though. I was playing all right, but you can tell that the guys who've been in this league are working hard.
Yes. Yep, no doubt about it. I can tell you that for sure, having bottom fragged in the first map myself. So we are about to get into the map veto. I'll just remind everybody that Breeze is not available now. It will be available in playoffs, though. So let's get into this map ban, Zach. If you can let the teams know we are ready to go for that one. And Sup Buddy starting off with the bans, and we'll see what they decide to go for here. You mentioned Ascent, of course. Six Playground maybe a little bit tougher to tie down in terms of what maps they've played, but I always go back to this, like, what kind of maps, what do we want to see lately? Maybe everybody's been grinding Breeze, but Icebox banned out of Sup Buddy. We haven't seen a lot of Split. Maybe we haven't seen a lot of Bind either, Jake. What are you hoping for here between these two teams?
Yeah, like Zach said, Ascent is always a pretty nice, even map in terms of strategy to aim differential kind of thing. So it's definitely a map that we've seen both these teams play. I think they're both comfortable on. So I could see it going there.
Yeah, and Six Playground taking their time to ban, making sure they have the right link and everything like that. But Icebox has already been taken away, and I think that's fair enough. Sup Buddy, not loving that map, and it's just one of those things where you can really anti-strat, right? Sup Buddy, I think, coming in as the more skilled team, potentially the team that's definitely favored here and above Six Playground in the standings. But if you go onto something like Icebox, which is so volatile and so new into the game, even though it's the second newest map now, it's still, there's a lot of different strategies coming through on Icebox. So Sup Buddy not interested in finding that one. Just waiting here on Six Playground to start off with those bans.
Yeah, the other map I would say that I've heard recently in NA, at least, is most avoided is Bind. I don't know. What do you feel about Bind?
Honestly, I love Bind. I think it's a fun map. I've been growing accustomed to it a lot more. Haven gets banned out. I'm sad now, but I feel like Bind is a really good map. I play a lot of Sov on Bind. I feel like that's one of the only maps I actually play him on. He's really well diverse there. Astra's good on the map. I feel like you can run pretty much any team comp and you can make it work one way or another, which I really like about that map. Split we don't really see often, which for good reason, obviously. It's still heavily CT sided, so
yes.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets banned out right away. A center Bind is looking like the more probable maps, but I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll surprise us, play Split, and I get to see some strats out of teams where we haven't seen before.
Yeah, and of course Bind, you know, if we do go on to Bind and we're talking about that Sova, Poppy Rasa is the player to watch there. Poppy Rasa, the split or the Sova player for Six Playground, has made some pretty clutch plays, kind of stays in the background, but you know, comes out when he is needed and ends up often being the last one alive. And you know, something that I've been noticing is that Sova on a lot of these teams, you know, Laylaps over on Dragon, you've got Poppy Rasa, you got Dizzy playing it sometimes on Mostly Harmless. It is, by the way, going to be Bind, but I want to, you know, as we move into the game, ask you about those Sova players. You know, Jake, or is there a reason that Sova players often end up in a clutch situation? Is that a positioning thing,
Absolutely.
or is it just coincidence?
I would say the most important factor is probably the recon dart. It being one of the most impactful abilities in the game, and an ability that comes back. So the longer your Sova is alive, the more utility they can provide to the round. So naturally, you kind of end up in a kind of clutch position, which is again perfect for his kit. You know, you can use his shock darts if you have the lineups for a post plant. You can use his Hunter's Fury for a post plant. We've seen that plenty of times. He's kind of the perfect character for clutching.
Yeah, definitely Sova in the post plant in particular. Going to be really dangerous. And, you know, we talk a little bit about the players who we're watching out for. We already talked a little bit about Amit and Striker. Now over on the Sup Buddy side, of course, Drazo is the Sova player, but Kaloy is somebody that I love to watch on Sup Buddy. I think that Kaloy has gotten some of the most spicy highlight clips that we've seen all season long, and in particular, Kaloy really comes alive against some of those top teams, mostly harmless and casuals, really fearing this player. So I'm really excited what Kaloy might bring to the table. Often, you know, in a similar vein as someone like React on Mostly Harmless, often goes onto those Sentinels, something like a Cypher or these types of things. So really interested to see what they have in store for us, and we are good to go. We are getting in on Bind here. This is going to be Sup Buddy up against Six Playground, and man, I'm just excited to see this agent select because. You know, both of these teams have shown us a lot of different looks over the course of the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I'm seeing them hover Yoru, a 5-man Yoru hover, and I'm gonna be
Let's go.
honest here. I've been playing a lot of Yoru,
Mm-hmm.
especially on Breeze. I'm starting to love Yoru a lot for the
Yep.
versatility he gives. So honestly, I don't even consider it a troll hover at this point. Honestly, he's kind of viable in a sense, but on Bind, I'd say he's not. So I can see why they're
Yeah.
hovering it. I'm expecting obviously a raise. A lot of people are playing Viper, Astra. Omen's kind of falling a little bit out of the meta at the moment just because
Mm-hmm.
Astra is so strong, along with Viper as well. With her wall, you go through it, 50 damage is applied instantly. So, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Omen right now. His blind is still very strong, but I feel like Astra, I feel like will be picked later on coming in the playoffs when teams kind of adapt to it more.
Right,
No,
absolutely.
neither of these teams looking for Astra just yet, and doesn't appear that she is going to appear on this Bind game, but does look like um, Six Playground over there do pretty much have their team chosen. Amit hovering that Sage, and it is definitely likely to be locked in. It's Amit's signature pick, that Battle Sage. On the other side, we do have both Viper and Omen coming in on Bind here. Just as an update, it's going to be Sup Buddy starting on the defending side of Bind, and it's going to be Six Playground starting on the attackers. A best of one, it's just Bind, and that's all we're doing tonight, folks. So get in and tell your friends to all gather around because we got a real quick and real hot match of Valorant coming in for you today. It's Six Playground up against Sup Buddy on Bind.
So looking at these compositions, I'd say I, I like this look of using Viper for the defending side here as a sentinel. Essentially, you kind of have Omen as your main controller, and even though Viper is technically a controller, I think she can lock down a site the way that a sentinel can, just as strong. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep, I definitely agree. I'm interested to see what kind of setups are going to come in on Bind here and what kind of attack strategies there are going to be. Bind, you know, such a closed map, so many tight right angle corners all over the place here, and so many little corners to check. B site does appear to be the plan coming in for now. You see that set Roomba coming in. And there are 2 players positioned over at B long. Amit going to have to take on both of them. Doesn't manage to find any, but Papi Rasa does trade out Kaloy. Drezo having taken down Amit, but the B hit is on. Issa has already taken down 2. Issa through the wall with more. Papi Rasa trying to find that one, and it's Striker who finds Issa in the end. A 3 versus 2 situation in favor of the defenders here. It's only Papi Rasa and Ray's left. Drezo having it gone over onto that duelist. Tucked into the back here of Hookah. Scared to move anywhere.
Yep, this is looking good for Sup Buddy. They've got the advantage position, and it looks like Six Playground do not have a whole lot of health either.
They don't. Papi Rasa and Striker, though, are heading out towards B, and they might... All 3 players have gone through Hookah. Striker's going to find them all and get taken down. Papi Rasa has to turn around for the fight, but he's so low, and it's Drezo with a bunch of kills coming in. That's 3 for Drezo and 2 for Issa there. And that B hold, it was all up to the duelists in the end. So a nice idea for the B hit, but I like the double presence in the pistol round on B long, just to make sure they take down that presence there.
Yeah, absolutely. And because they only started with 2 defenders on the B site, Drezo did a fantastic job holding down long, essentially by himself, which cleared the way for ECA to come in and get that double kill, I think, or triple kill even.
Yeah, double for Issa there. Striker continuing to throw this Roomba out. Pretty standard there. Goes into the back of Hookah. Kaloy pushing up, walking slowly, spotted the shoulder. Papi Rasa finds the headshot, but Kaloy takes him out with the Spectre, and Papi Rasa is not going to be avenged as the trade does not come through, and is going to get pulled up, I believe. So there we go, Kaloy. No, now on 46, Sage is on the other side. Rich has found a kill, though, onto Near. Rich with the headshot on the pistol, and actually the drop there. Issa coming around the corner. There's Marco finding another. Issa was really aggressive, but this pistol save coming in from the side of Six Playground seems to be paying dividends here. It's only the Viper remaining. Aim it. Having to wall through, and they get stuck. They get stuck in the smoke. I started to choke on myself while I was saying that, but that is disastrous. When it looked like they were going to steal that round out of nowhere, Delphiki gets an absolute gift as they stumble over each other in the smoke. Now they're going to have to play the 2v1. Still a little bit of an advantage here. Boy coming around the other side. Rich with a great headshot there, and it's Delphiki remaining. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Striker, you have to say, has a bit of an advantage with the SMG against these low HP players. Goes around the corner, and Delphiki finds it. Oh my god, and you just have to feel a little bit sorry for Six Playground there. The first 2 players coming in through that Viper smoke and just body blocking each other. Guns not out. You hate to see it.
Yeah, and I mean, that was looking so dangerous. We were nearly on a literal classic buy classic by win, and Delphiki saved that, and like you can see how big a change the Viper utility has been, where they walk through the smoke, they just touch the smoke, and they're minus 50 HP. Who's able to clean them up. It looks like they're postured towards the A site. Bomb is resting outside of short right now for the attacking side, and it's slow going. They're spread out, looking for picks. Chloe getting a mark out off of B long. Knows there's not intense presence there, but still very slow, methodical, but Amit gets the first pick. That's
Nice
a big one.
there. Good job by Amit. Remember, it is the bonus round for Sup Buddy now, so the Vandals have been picked up by the side of Six Playground. They are favored to win this one. And they are heading over towards B. Marco having to check a lot of different angles and doesn't find Kaloy. Kaloy gets a second one as Amit doesn't have the crossbar placement in the right spot. Now it's down to Papi Rasa to try and find some aggression. Going to go for the vision. Looking for one. Does find it. But they still know Kaloy is inside, so they need to trade. Kaloy's got a third on site. Here comes Papi Rasa to save the day. Drezo trades that one out, and Drezo with the second. And Kaloy was the hero of that round. popping, bobbing, and weaving inside the bomb site, taking out 3 players with the SMGs, and they win the bonus round.
Yeah, and I think you can see some of the effects of having only one duelist, especially only one duelist with a movement ability, because Sage and Omen had to step up and make that entry frag, but they just had to run up onto Tube in a way that Jet or Raze might have been able to just fly by or over. Um, really made a big difference in that round.
Absolutely. It's close in. This is a deadly position here with the judge. Bit cheesy. Ways to find anyone around the corner. No, Rich trades it out. Delphiki finds the kill onto Striker there. So it's a 4 versus 4, and it's the Sheriff force coming in from 6 Playground. Amit has acquired a Spectre, though, and Delphiki's a little bit low inside. Amit going through. Gets decayed, but be able to continue pushing through. Decayed again. Going around the corner, and man, I'm not sure about the way he played that. Just not the right timing, but hindsight's 2020. Poppy Rasa trying to scout into Paul there.
And it's a hell of a time trying to crack this site with Viper holding both choke points using her utility. And we've seen what happens. You walk through, you're minus 50 HP. And you get rolled.
Yeah, Omen and Viper on a team just provide so much defensive capability on a map that's known to be a little bit defensive-sided anyway. It's going to be really tough to get any rounds at all going with these strategies. They do have a bit of a rotation to the B site, but 2 players have found it. Kaloy, oh no, gets 2 coming out at Kaloy with a wild headshot through the smoke. Finds the 3rd as well. I told you to watch out for Kaloy, and he's proven me right here with some great play on the Sova.
And when Marco threw that flash, I was thinking, like, finally, we need to see some good coordination with these abilities to take a site. And at the same time, that's the flash that blinded his teammate as he's coming out of hookah and allows Kaloy to pick up a pretty easy 3K, if I'm being honest. You didn't even see the 3rd person, just gets them wildly through the smoke.
Yep, exactly. Now, slight buy here coming in. Rifles and SMGs for Sup Buddy. Full rifles for 6 Playground. Issa is going aggressive once again at A short. Doesn't find anything as the Sage slow will stop that push, at least for now. Giving a little bit of ground, but I like this aggressive play. Make them scared, even to approach the standard default positions. Kaloy coming in. Kaloy with a headshot again, looking so sharp right now, and we haven't seen this team in a little while on stream, but Kaloy is as good as ever. Striker doesn't have any utility that he would need to clear Kaloy out of this position, and he's just not going to check it, unfortunately. Kaloy goes for 1, 2, hits him through with the collateral. Kaloy on for the ace, only needs the 1 more kill, and Marco turns tail and heads for the hills, heads for A site at least. And if he finds Delphiki here, doesn't get the shot, and now there's a one-way smoke. Marco has to get out of there again. That was the chance, and you missed it.
Are they going to let Kaloy go for the face?
That's the question. Kaloy coming around the corner. Will he get it? Goes around. No, Marco denies him. And it's Issa to avenge his fallen teammate. The ace is not found. It's only the 4K. But 5-0 is the score. And Sup Buddy, well, we knew they were going to be favored, but they are dominating on Bind.
Yeah, Marco just narrowly avoiding his fate on the highlight reel for Kaloy. But that was still, that was such a well-played round from Kaloy. Not only does he get the first blood, but he moves over to the other side of Long, and they have no idea he's there. He spots the barrel, and he waits, and he gets both of them pushing up B main. Just great play.
Really great. Rich is waiting. Trying to grab
confident.
Cheeky headshot. Kaloy just is peeking those corners, knowing he's hitting the shot right now. And that is a very, very scary thing to play against here. You know, this player can really pop off. Here is the showstopper, finally. Raid boss down. Striker has to use the ultimate, but that is a good advantage there. Kaloy with the sad face in chat. And Amit now going to wall off. They have the plant available over on the A site. Ooh, Amit finds a nice shot there, barely spotting Issa over the wall. And so that's going to clear out a little bit more space here on A. We need to get the spike over here, though. It's just now getting here in the hands of Omen. Drazo has an important job on the flank. We'll see if they start to check this in time. Blind comes through. There's Near taking out Amit. Delphiki as well finding one. Only one player remaining. It's only Marco. He's got so many things to check here. A couple of low HP bars. They're going to know he's here. They've used process of elimination, and Drazo finds the frag. That's 6-0 for Sup Buddy. They are dominant right now, like I said. Yeah, you know, it just feels like somebody pops off every single round.
Yeah, they're not feeling the heat whatsoever. No sweat in these rounds, basically.
Yep, and it's Kaloy topping the scoreboard. 12 frags, 2 kills a round so far. Everybody on 6 Playground contributing a couple, but you've got to have a star player pop off. We need that Battle Sage. We need Striker to come in with some explosiveness on the Rays. If 6 Playground want anything to do with this game right now. Remember, a little bit of advantage. Issa with a rare miss there. Amit punishes that, and yeah, you're not getting away with that one no matter how confident you are. Issa needed to hit that shot to find it. Kaloy very close, and actually, ooh, doesn't quite hit Papi Rasa there, but a nice idea. Marco as well finding an opening, and so now it's a 5 versus 3. The Viper's Pit has gone down on the A site, and Amit's going to go for it anyway with the wall. Spike is here as well in the hands of Rich here. There we go. Marco finds another one. Drazo trading back, but it's a 4 versus 1. And with the Cypher ult now, the clutch is all but over.
Yeah, not the most impactful Cypher ult, but they'll take it.
Yeah, you just want to secure the rounds at this point, right? Now the Hell Drone's going to stuff him in the face. Drazo's trying to play aggressive here, going up. Yeah, does find his way through. Oh, Drazo finds the headshot on Marco. No way he's actually going for this, right? Tosses the grenade over. Uses the blast pack. That would have been pretty damn flashy, but I don't think there was much of a chance. And a good job. That is, you know, just some nice opening picks, in particular on Issa there. And that means 6 Playground put one on the board.
Yeah, I quite liked the movement there, but there's just no way he knew Cypher was hiding around that corner.
They would have to make a hell of a blunder.
For sure, for sure. But I mean, not that that's a blunder that has not been made. So there was a chance there for a minute, for a second.
Yeah, we would have loved to see it. Issa now shifting positions. Standing up on top of the awning. Might be rewarded here. He is indeed, as Rich slow peeks the angle. Drazo found a headshot onto the Omen as well. So that's a 5 versus 3 this time in favor of the defenders. Wall gets broken down. Striker's on top of the wall, but Amit already gets taken down by Delphiki there. That wall's not going to do much. Near. Nice headshot there by Striker to find that kill. 4 versus 2 here in favor of the defenders.
Yeah, Striker had a good read on the aggression, but will they spot Drazo pushing this in their spawn right now? That is the question.
Yeah, Drazo once again on the flank on the Rays. They've got to work together, these two players, isolate those skirmishes. Drazo's staying patient. One player has been caught. Great shot by Issa there. Good flick coming around the corner. Papi Rasa has to recover the spike if he wants, and another one round that's all but over. Issa with another great flick, and that's making up for the plays. The shot that he missed last round. 7-1 here for Sup Buddy.
Yeah, you could tell he was feeling annoyed he missed that easy one on the Sage. Made up for it in spades this round, though, for sure.
Some angry flicks. Angry flicks there. We all know how it feels.
Yeah, I barely saw that last one go off, honestly.
Exactly. He's got putting that extra emotion into those op flicks there. Now, this one way, you know, any of the smokers can do it, but the Viper obviously is the most effective because that smoke doesn't just block vision, it does damage. So hard to hit that A short position, and this time it's going to be a full hit towards long. There's the wall coming through. That's a nice idea on the wall. Kaloy isn't going to be able to break it either. Drazo gets caught out. Really nice aggression coming in from 6 Playground here. Near does trade out onto Striker. A couple of them are hid behind this wall. The plant already goes down, though. And the resurrection is available as well if Amit wants to use it. Wall gets... Oh, the wall gets broken, and Kaloy finds the kill onto Amit. Now it's a 4 versus 3. They have the plant down, but what will they do? Oh, it's a great timing there on the blind from Marco. Here comes Kaloy. Very dangerous so far. 2 versus 2 situation. Here comes Near. Also blind. Near gets traded out by Rich. It's Rich up against Kaloy. You have to bet on Kaloy in these situations based on the way he's been playing. Coming around the corner, and Rich finds him. Kaloy's checking the wrong spot. That is a really, really lovely hit coming in from Six Playground. They played it so aggressive, and they caught them with their pants down.
Yeah, I actually thought Kaloy had the read there, but something about that arrow that didn't clear close cubby.
Yeah, yep.
I guess that was the downfall of that 1v1, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a panic arrow or heat of the moment. Didn't choose the placement quite right, but of course, props to
And off
Rich
the back
for
of that
finding it.
fast V win, it does look like they're going for a similar round.
Similar idea. They're going for long. Issa once again picked up the judge, by the way, and this time is sitting in hookah. So definitely could do some damage there. Drazo's covering. Here's Rich coming through, and they're going for the teleporter, going for A. But look at this. The read is there. There's 2 players in showers already. Striker has used the ultimate, but they backed off. Man, Sup Buddy just read them like an absolute user's manual here.
Drazo, oh
look at this. Drazo with a wild spray and misses completely. That is so unlucky. The play was perfect. The setup was on point, but the spray down was awful. You gotta say that. And now they're gonna be able to rotate back towards A, and this time they finally out-rotate them. Look at this. A site is wide open.
Yeah, we saw a loop-de-loop, which did not get them to move, but the final lap got the whole site clean.
Exactly. The 3rd lap. The red shells start showing up more often. I don't know if that's the thing that really happens. I don't think so. I made that up. It was off the top of my head. But Issa is coming in, trying to find a pick here. Papi Rasa does find Kaloy and dissuades that a little bit, but Issa, remember, is holding onto the judge. Goes around, aim it with a double spray down. Delphiki trades it out, and the Viper's Pit is available. 2 versus 1, but Delphiki has the advantage in utility. Trying to go around, trying to find these kills. Goes around the corner, spots Rich, does find it. It's going to be Papi Rasa coming in for the trade, and wow, what a round. That was incredible. So much to talk about there, but I love the rotations from both teams, and of course, Six Playground winning out on those rotation games in the end.
Yeah, and Viper's Pit is such a strong ultimate. I was a little worried about the investment there in what felt like a maybe not so winnable round, but quickly Delphiki made that feel winnable. The one ability that can really counter Viper's Pit is the recon dart, though, which really threw a spanner in the works right off the start.
Exactly. Delphiki, best there. And Issa actually goes around the corner. Wow, Six Playground have really just turned it up here in this map. They are playing so confidently and so much more aggressively here on Bind on the attacking side, and they are getting the rounds off of it. Marco's aggressive here on too long. Now Near takes him down, but Striker does find Drazo. The raise trade. The spike has been planted, so they have to get onto the site in a 3 versus 4 retake. Amit once again does have that resurrection, has had it for quite a few rounds and been holding on to it.
Yeah.
They have everything covered. Striker finding one. Delphiki's going to break the wall and open up some options, but reveal the position at the same time. It's 3 versus 2 now. And the spike is taken down. I don't know if they want to go for this. Delphiki finds the headshot, though. Do they want to take the risk? It's too far gone, Jake. They are not going to be able to get this defused, and so they just have to run out and try and find something. Delphiki finds the headshot, but is going to get taken down by that spike explosion. And another great round from Six Playground. It seems that, you know, that W key is the key to this game.
Yep, that's another successful round on B. And something I wanted to touch on was that resurrection, you know, Amit, I don't think has gotten it off yet, and I've been
No.
keeping my eye on it. It's not because he's like forgotten. There has just been like no situation where Amit has been in a good position to get a res. You know,
Yeah.
it's really a tough ultimate sometimes to get off. You know, depending on the position. But regardless, Amit has been so good. He's been getting the openings, playing a pretty strong battle stage.
Mhm.
Especially considering they only have one real duelist. They need that battle stage. Uh, and you can see they're playing towards this A again because the bomb is there.
Back into showers here. And yeah, they got to use that resurrection. This is their last round of the half, so you know that Amit's going to be looking to use that one now. But with their aggressive playstyle, it's no wonder he hasn't had to use it. They've won every round pretty much since he's had it up. Urasa scouting out. Find one, and they flood into the site, and they overwhelm Near. Great work there. Delphiki does find one, though. Here comes the showstopper. Striker goes around, doesn't find the kill, and Kaloy and Drazo have made it even, and now it's only Amit remaining. The resurrection's available, does use it, has to get out of there. Drazo and Issa are the last ones to finish it off, and this one just did not work out. That aggression, it was a really nice play on the entrance, but in the end, it's the follow-up kills from the defenders that make the difference there.
Yeah, they had nothing to counter Kaloy's position. You know, he only had the bulldog, but he shredded them over that wall. He could see them right from heaven. And yeah, Amit wanted to use their resurrection, but what a tough position to really get anything done there.
You got to go for some sort of bait, and Amit had already been taken so low. This becomes almost impossible, but still 8-4, definitely not insurmountable odds, definitely a better sight than the 6-0 we started off on here. So we'll see what else Six Playground have to offer us on the defensive side. Once again, it's going to be a hookah hit coming in from the attackers. A B hit in general. Ooh, this grenade's doing a lot. Drazo gets really caught out, and 40 HP is remaining on the Raze. Drazo's not going to be happy about that.
Luckily, they do have... Oh, no, my bad. They don't have
the other team
on that side.
Yeah, yeah. So Drazo's SOL in that respect. Has to play with the low HP. It looks like it still is going to be B, even though the rotations have mostly come over. Rasa now scouting out, finding two at long. Definitely spotted both. And so, with 58 seconds left, it's time for somebody to make a decision. And they do indeed. They're heading back towards A, but the spike is still at long. Will they take the teleporter, or are they going to try and run that fake?
They've already invested the Viper Wall onto the A site, which was initially part of a fake almost, but yeah, you can see this is where they want to end up now.
Yep. Marco's in an aggressive spot close to showers. See if he can find anything. They're leaving this short area pretty open. Amit finds one. 30 seconds remaining. They're all on site here. And great shots.
Wow.
Delphiki finds two, and Near finds the headshot onto Amit. Just like that, they've completely turned it around. Drazo with an off angle here, and Papi Rasa is running into a lot of danger here. Oh, they go into the site, and there we go. Striker finds one, but it's Drazo getting taken down. Or Papi Rasa getting taken down with a jumping sage or jumping raise, and here's Striker, last one remaining, 17 HP in heaven. And there it is. Near finishes it off 9-4 here. What looked like a pretty promising start for Six Playground on the pistol round, but Sup Buddy just managed to find that magic and turn it around.
Yeah, and you can see even right there the power of a Viper smoke over any other smoke. You know, he was too scared to even touch the smoke. If he went in there, he was 1 HP. Kind of just not a tenable situation to do anything with.
Yeah, exactly right. And so now looks like B is fully the play instead of using the Viper to lurk onto A as they did before. Expecting the pistols here, and that is indeed what's going on. So Urasa gets checked. Izza with the shot. Rich gets something out of that, but Delphiki quickly trades that one. And yeah, this is a full save, so pretty much the expected result here. It's going to be the win for somebody. Nice play there by Izza.
Building up that cash. I would say, though, that considering somebody's comp, they should have been favored on the defense. So if there's going to be a comeback, you know, it's got to be on this half. It's got to be starting now, because we're past the eco round. So this is an important round, pivotal even for the whole game.
Absolutely, and you know, Delphiki has really been stepping it up for Sup Buddy. Now up to the top of the scoreboard with 19 frags on that Viper, just showing exactly how effective Viper can be holding a site on her own, and even able to do a good amount of damage on the attacking side as well. So,
Yep.
Marco, interesting
Very
spot here. Look
interesting
at
boost.
this. That wall went up onto the cubby boxes. And there's no way Near will expect this. See if Marco can find anything. Issa finds him, and that spot is just shut right down. Maybe they were expecting it, or maybe they're just checking their corners. But in any case, they get access to the site, and they get a 5 versus 3. Issa's with an aggressive position towards spawn. Finding one. Doesn't quite find the second. It looked like they were lined up. Issa looking for a flashy play here. Rich is very low, but does manage to take down Issa. Now it's Near to hold the line for the next 2 players to come through. And yeah, with that low HP, they are just going for that save here. We don't see it that often, Jake, in our league. We don't see saves that much, but this definitely is one of those times. Oh no, is Rich going down? That one was very close, and Rich is in a hell of a spot here with 1 HP remaining.
Yeah.
And Papi Rasa is just a lamb to the slaughter here, but will he turn into the wolf? No, he will not. Drazo trades that one out, and it's a clean sweep. 11-4, 2 rounds away. Our Sup Buddy from taking this map.
Yeah, I think it's something Riot has made a concerted effort towards, is reducing like the need for a save. And I get it. It's really not the most interesting thing to watch. Like if the players are incentivized to try every round, that does seem like the ideal situation to me.
Yeah, agreed. You know, economy management is a nice thing to have in the game. It's a good part of strategy.
Oh
Striker with a great Sheriff shot, and Marco as well. They are shutting us up. They say, we don't care about your economy talk. Let's get some kills. Even Drazo with a compliment in the chat. But Delphiki finds one onto Marco. Amit's also going aggressive, and we're trapped behind the wall. So Kaloy as well taking that one down. It's a 3 versus 3 now. Near, look at this.
All the way back
the
to
gun
the
juggling. Yeah, I like that. Looking good, Near.
There's nowhere to really throw that off the map, on this map in particular.
Yeah, exactly. Just having to juggle it over to a more defensible position. And the Super Soaker Spectre here for Delphiki.
This is definitely still winnable for 6 Playground, but Sup Buddy's advantage feels overpowering.
Yeah, 3 versus 2 on the site now. Rich needs a really good play here. Doesn't find that one, and Kaloy gets Papi Rasa, so now it's just 2 players remaining. Gonna go for the peek, finding another one, and Rich gets a shot there. Second Sheriff kill of the round. But what are you supposed to do here? No utility available. Just a Sheriff to your name.
The barrel of the gun, I believe, there.
Knows Delphiki is in that position. Looking for that. Doesn't find it. There we go. 3 shots to the body. Needs a headshot here, though, you've got to imagine. Looking for the fake. 2 bullets left. Playing with fire here. Rich. No way. Oh, doesn't quite get taken down. And he kills him. And is he going to be able to stick this?
Yeah.
The players. Oh my goodness, Rich with one of the. No! It was so close. I was sure he had it. Oh, that is absolutely devastating for 6 Playground. It was so close. Rich with an incredible play, just bobbing and weaving around all of the different obstacles on the site, looking for those 1-digs, and he got them all, but didn't manage to get them in time. That has got to be the closest I've ever seen, or pretty much. I don't think you can get any closer than that.
The only closer I know of is C9 Mitch .02. I remember that. but 0.03. Like,
Oh.
if they're on land, that might have gone through.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man, what a heartbreak there for Six Playground, and Rich with a valiant attempt, to be sure. Creative walls, but even more creative ways to deal with these players. And yeah, that's a great call out there, using that wall bang. So it goes up. Great spot here. You can see a lot of the site. Drazo's getting aggressive. Remember, this is match point. Here comes the showstopper. It misses, though. Marco has to push through. Issa finds Rich, though. Drazo still dangerous here, and Papiras very low. Gets taken down. Marco trades it. Striker's going in. It's only Marco remaining. He needs the clutch. Spraying wildly. The Viper's pit is up, and this game is almost surely over unless Marco can pull out
Very
a
nice blind.
miracle here. He gets them both with a blind. Has to reload, and Nier is hearing the sound, and he's spraying through the Viper's pit. 13-4. A lot of these rounds looked really close, but there's no doubt Sup Buddy was the better team on the day.
For sure. As much as teams might want to say, oh, Bind is RNG, you could see who the better team was here today.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely true. Well played to both teams. And yeah, Six Playground, they made him sweat a little bit. They had some highlight reels going on. They had a good time, but it was Sup Buddy showing us why they are in that top echelon of teams in our league. They really, really come together as a unit in some of these mid-round plays. And really nice, just really nice work in general from Sup Buddy. Zach, we'll bring you back to the conversation here, just to get a quick breakdown from you on some of your thoughts on the game as well. You know, is that pretty much what you expected?
I mean, it's sort of what I expect and sort of not what I expect. I expected it to be a little bit closer. I feel like, you know, Bind in general isn't played as much as other maps. You know, we get more. Honestly, we get mostly Ascent. Mostly Ascent
we got
and...
a lot of Ascent and Haven, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, playoffs are coming up soon. I feel like, you know, players are going to adapt and team comps are going to adapt. I feel like maybe they should look at their team comp a little bit more, maybe kind of have a bit more confidence in what they're doing, especially on offense. Like on offense, they're great, they're pushing, but I feel like there's more things they could have done to adapt to the defense as well, on that side. But it was a really fun game to watch, honestly, especially Rich there. That was something else. Like I really enjoyed that.
You got a feel for the guy, you know.
Yeah.
Such a nice try on that Deagle clutch there. And yeah, you know, they really did warm up near the second half of their attacking side, but you just gotta look for them to warm up a little bit earlier, right? You know, look for that aggression, that confidence to come in just a little bit sooner in the game. Put a couple more attacking rounds on the board, and maybe this game gets turned around. So yeah, you know, we are about to head into playoffs after we get a couple of more games out of the way for the regular season. We've got a bunch of games this week in particular. Thursday is going to be a real busy night. We're not even going to be able to show all the games that we've got lined up. So make sure you tune in on Thursday for a lot of Valorant on the CECS stream on Manitoba_esports at Twitch. So thanks everybody for joining us, and thank you so much to Dr. Coward and to Betty for being an amazing production team tonight. Thanks to Zach for being our analyst and the administrative duties that you did today, and Jake, shout out, dude, great cast. And yeah, thank you everybody else for joining us. Thanks for tuning into this nice little short stream, you know, just a little bit of Valorant to put some pep in your step for the week. You know, everybody's doing exams, everybody's doing finals. Jake, how's school going, man?
I'm almost about to graduate. Kind of crazy.
Shout out to Jake. Let's get some hype in the chat for Jake graduating. And before I peter out too much, thank you everybody for joining us. My name's Wes Rambo. I've been joined by Jake and Zach. We will see you next time. Have a great night.